Hi, I'm John Stanball, and today I'm going to be talking to you.
Whoa, John, hold your horses. Let's start that over. As we both know, a good demonstration needs a catchy introduction to get you wanting to listen.
Horse swap.
Hi, I'm Kate Stanball of the Explorers 4-H Club of Miami County.
And I'm John Stanball of the Explorers 4-H Club of Miami County. Together, Kate and I have been giving demonstrations for about 18 years combined, and today we're going to teach you how to give a demonstration.
As you witnessed earlier, it is very important to have a catchy introduction to get your audience's attention. If the presenter sounds bored or boring, then why would the audience want to listen?
If I came out here again and said, "What makes a rocket explode?" I don't think you'd want to listen. On the other hand, though, if I came out here and said, "What makes a rocket explode?" I bet you'd want to listen.
Following the introduction, the presenters need to give a brief introduction of themselves so that the audience has a little bit of background knowledge and understands the presenter's expertise in the subject. Like John said, we have been giving demonstrations for about 18 years combined. He could have also added, we have done very well in competition.
Following the introduction, it's time for the body of the demonstration, or illustrated talk. A demonstration shows how, and an illustrated talk shows how to do, or how to make something. Most types of presentations will have a finished product to show you at the end.
Now for the appearance and visual aids. The presenter should be dressed appropriately for the subject they are speaking on. For example, if I were giving a foods demonstration, I'd want to be dressed in an apron with my hair pulled back, or have it short, or in a hairnet. If the presenters are using posters, which they should have at least 2-inch lettering and should be readable from the crowd. There should be no misspellings, and the posters should be very neat. As a presenter, I should not need to point to each item on the poster, but instead use them as notes. As an audience member, you should be able to grasp the materials needed and steps to follow just by looking at the poster. Now for the materials needed poster.
So to go with Kate's example of a foods demonstration, the poster might say, "Materials needed." On that poster will be the list of all the things that I'll need for my presentation. All of those things will be placed on a tray behind the presenters and be covered up so as not to be a distraction. I will then bring the whole tray forward and hold each item up one at a time so that everyone can see. First, I need one large bowl and mixing spoon. I need 1 cup of rice Chex, 1/3 cup of mixed nuts, half a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and half a teaspoon of salt. The presenter should always put them back down on the tray right after they looked at them, and make sure everyone can see them. Also, you should probably put them in clear containers or cover the brand labels so as not to advertise a specific item.
As John said, notice that he set each item back on the tray after introducing them. Now if this tray will be used to produce the finished product, it is left on the front table. If not, it is moved to the back table and you move to the next part of the demonstration.
We're going to change examples to give you a variety of topic ideas. So, our steps to follow poster is going to be for rabbit showmanship. As you can see, Kate is putting on her rabbit showmanship coat and is going to bring her rabbit to the front table. She's going to do all of this for our steps to follow poster. Kate needs to remember that you have to speak clearly and make sure everyone in the audience can see what you're doing during the steps to follow poster, because that's the most important time that the audience needs to see everything. It's also important to remember the proper table covering. For the foods demonstration, I used a clean, wipeable surface so I could clean up any messes. For Kate's demonstration, she's going to use a carpet square so the animal doesn't slide around and it feels secure.
I will now proceed to follow the steps on the steps to follow poster. The points of rabbit showmanship begin with how you carry your rabbit to the table. Your hands should be free from any distraction like jewelry or nail polish, and the rabbit's head should be tucked under your right arm. Also, as a showman, I should be wearing a monocolored long sleeve shirt.
Kate will now follow every step on the poster and make sure that everyone in the audience can see clearly what she is doing.
Hi, I'm Kate Samball of the Explorers 4-H Club, and this is my rabbit, Big Daddy. His ear tag is BD. First, I'm going to check his ears for any cankers or mites. These are little bugs deep in the ear or little scabs deep in the ear. They can be treated with a miticide, but until treated, they should be separated from the rest of your show animals.
As you can see, Kate would not necessarily have a finished product to show you, but would instead have given a complete how-to illustrated talk on rabbit showmanship. It's important that she remember to make good eye contact with everyone in the audience, and that she is making sure everyone can see what she is doing, because this is the most important time.
Following the steps to follow, the presenters need to have a summary. John and I like to begin our summaries with, So remember, a good demonstration has a catchy introduction to get the audience's attention.
You should be dressed properly for the topic that you are going to be presenting on and have legible visual aids. Also, you should make sure that the front table is cleared of anything that won't be used for the end of the presentation. If the finished product is going to stay on the table, then leave it there along with the products that you used to make it.
There should be a brief summary that highlights all the important points of the demonstration. Following the summary, there should be a tie-in ending that relates back to the catchy introduction. But previous to the tie-in ending, the presenters need to ask if there are any questions.
So, are there any questions? If there are no questions, or if questions are asked and there are no more questions, the presenter should say, if there are no questions, or if there are no more questions, and then insert their tie-in ending.
So, if there are no more questions, we're not holding our horses any longer. We have places to go.
Woohoo!